All right, bruh fans. When was the last time I did a bruh video? Oh yeah, it was the recent one I did talking about Andy and Mike scene from season 1, close to the finale, where they had the discussion, or should I say, the discussion was shut down by Andy when Mike brought up the good point that despite the fact that yes, there are men who need to mature, man up, and be better at being better people in general. Women need to do the same, but Andy didn't want to hear that and shut it down. Ironically enough, I went back and looked through the numbers. The most viewed bruh videos on the channel are the ones where I talk about Andy being on the show. So essentially, it's the link to Sistas, which is the key to those videos doing well. If you haven't watched the video I did, towards the end of last year, I was not 100% sure if I would review season 3 due to the extremely low numbers for season 2. I'm talking season 2 in general. The video views weren't high. The ad revenue, I wasn't even making $2 a video. So season 3 was up in the air. Since bruh has been airing on BET, the video views are still low, but I have had more requests. Are you going to review season 3? We'll see. I mean, like I said, I will review maybe the first 5 episodes, and if the views are up, then I will continue to review the season, because we're getting the first 3 episodes, I believe, June 16th. So we're getting bruh back prior to Sistas season 4B, just to put in perspective. But this video is kind of talking about how, in my personal opinion, I think bruh's been kind of done dirty. And that's not to say anything in terms of the quality of the show. I mean, from like a marketing standpoint, I made a post about this not too long ago on Instagram. And if I am able to pull it up very quickly, I will discuss it. It's just something that I was a bit bothered by, because I was questioning it back in season 1, but I figured, oh, it's a new show. Maybe they'll, make one eventually. But the post I made was back on March 23rd. And I talked about, or I asked the question, is there a reason for the lack of an official Twitter and or Instagram account for Tyler Perry's bruh? Because there's an official Twitter and Instagram account for pretty much every other Tyler Perry show. Ruthless, Sistas, The Oval, Assisted Living. I think even Young Dylan has his social media pages. But why is bruh treated like, I don't know, Cinderella, or the bastard stepchild? I feel like it deserves a bit more promotion. I mean, sure, it's finally airing on BET, but in regards to like a social media presence, is severely lacking. And it seems to me that despite Zatima not being out just yet, it feels like Zatima is going to receive the spinoff treatment that bruh should have received when it first aired, in order to get people hyped for it and to get people to watch it as soon as it comes out. I mean, for me personally, I think the major thing lacking with bruh is the connection to continuity with Sistas. I mean, at the very least, to have a couple of characters from bruh pop into Sistas from time to time would have been a great way to connect the shows more, to get people hyped for the series. Because it's like, well, oh, we saw Pam pop up in Sistas, I wonder what she's up to, on bruh. She comes into the show, hangs out with Andy, maybe one of the other girls, and we learn about what's going on in her life. And it's like, okay, well, let me see more about Pam, so let me tune in to bruh. Because when they both kind of double team Mike at the end of season 1, it was established that they would trade information and hang out from time to time. So it would have been cool to see that. Not only that, John and his mom have the sandwich shop. Why haven't, 1 or 2 Sistas characters popped in there to grab a bite to eat at some point? Tom's a doctor. There have been plenty of times the Sistas cast have been at the hospital. Him or Valerie could have shown up at some point. Bill's a contractor. Perhaps he was working on the house that Zach just bought. There are so many opportunities where the bruh cast could have popped in and out at some points in Sistas to really elevate that series to a new level. Now, you know, I love this series, and in some ways it is better than Sisters. It's just that it's like, I don't know, say how many people know that the Whopper is, or at one point was, the signature sandwich of Burger King. Honestly, I think the Bacon King is the superior burger, and now I'm getting hungry thinking about it. But it's the fact that there's a better burger out there probably, but it doesn't have the same advertisement or push that the Whopper does. So even though something is better than the more popular item, if it doesn't have that driving force behind it to let the masses know it exists, then it's just going to forever be in the shadow of the more popular show. It's kind of like, you know, how Michael Jackson overshadowed the rest of the Jacksons. Sisters has done that with Bruh. And I hope that prior to season 3 coming in the month of June, they finally put out, at the very least, an official Twitter or Instagram page for the show. Because as far as I can tell, I'm the only person reviewing the show, and I am not affiliated with Tyler Perry Studios or Viacom, so I can only do so much. So, with that being said, I hope that Bruh gets better treatment by, you know, Viacom and Tyler Perry Studios by the time season 3 comes out. Third time's a charm, so perhaps they will do right by this series. And we'll see if there's a season 4 and beyond. But hopefully, with the show airing on BET, it has created more of a hype for the series. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you still want me to review season 3? Like I said, I will tune in to like the first 3 to 5 episodes. Kind of like with Assisted Living. Even though I don't review the show anymore, Assisted Living, like Bruh, got awful, just near... the views weren't there. The ad revenue wasn't there. So I wasn't, you know, reviewing the final episodes of season 2, and I haven't been reviewing season 3. I have been watching the show, and it is still good. But just because, you know, let's say 5 episodes into Bruh, my episode reviews are tragically low, and I decide to not watch or review it anymore, I'm still going to watch it. But hopefully, with Sisters coming back on June 29th in episode 5 premiering on BET Plus June 23rd, kind of like, you know, the spillover effect where viewers of Sisters will notice, hey, Jeremy uploaded a Bruh video, let me see what's going on with that show. Hopefully Sisters will help the Bruh videos, you know, do better as, you know, a companion series. So we'll just have to wait and see. But regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah, I would love more crossovers because, you know, Zatima, there are crossovers. Hell, there are a lot of Zatima characters that will be appearing in Sisters Season 5. According to DeVal, there are going to be Sisters characters in Zatima. So yeah, like I said before, it truly feels like Zatima is going to get the correct spin-off treatment that Bruh should have gotten when it first aired. But I still like Bruh as a self-contained show. Keep in mind, when I mention all these continuity things like crossovers, it's really more for the impact of getting more people interested in the series. But the story is doing well even without the Sisters cast, you know, or characters added to the mix. It would help, but it's not necessarily needed. So let's talk about it more in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel.